Hello there, YouTube. I was going to go through some of my Beatle albums and some of the solo albums. And here's something new. It's a stereo version, still has the original shrink wrap on it. And some of the Beatles Capital Rainbow label. And here is the Beatles Christmas album, issued to fan club members. I believe I got this way back in the late 70s, and that too is on Apple label, along with Let It Be. This is the Japanese release of Let It Be, and the US on Apple as well. What's interesting here is the red apple, very pretty. George Harrison, a concert for Bangladesh. The box is in very good shape. Has a poster, and really like the label there. And here's a few of the bootlegs. How about the Beatles' Indian Rope Trip? Indian Rope Trick. Cheese and Onions, Oriental Nightfish, The Pirate Song. Beatles Songs, Pictures, and Stories on VJ Records. Tony Sheraton and the Beatles, The Savage Young Beatles, Cry for a Shadow, and featuring Tony Sheraton. Guitar's all right, John, but you'll never make a living by it. This was a German release, I believe back in '78. John Lennon, A Hard Road, has come together on it, and it's got a lot of conversation. It was released in 1970. The Beatles Super Tracks. Revolver on Capitol. Beatles 65. And here's a rubber sole on Capitol. Just give you an idea of the shape this is in. Almost looks brand new. And we got another Revolver rubber sole. Band on the Run. That's a master recording. Beatles for Sale. Sgt. Pepper. This too is on Capitol. Beatles Live in Japan. Yeah, Japanese Beatles original master recording of obviously the White Album. And original release of the Help album. Let's see how it opens up here. George Harrison, All Things Must Pass, very good shape for the box set. Give you an idea of the quality of the album. Real pretty red apple label. And it has the original poster that I'm going to take a shot at showing you. Yeah, the original owner of this took very good care of it. Let's see if I can get that open and take very good care of it. Yeah. Here's the Beatles Black Album, which has a lot of the outtakes from the Let It Be session. It's a 3-album set. Yesterday and today on Capitol. Meet the Beatles on Capitol. The early Beatles. And we got a Beatles 65. Most of these are on the original Capitol Rainbow label. This is a new version on the 180-bit new manufacturing of the vinyl that they have nowadays, along with another new with the Beatles, Ringo, Japanese version of Hey Jude, Abbey Road, Yellow Submarine on Apple. Hello there again, YouTube. Now here's a picture disc of the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band, made in Germany. Very pretty. You know what I love about the old albums is the artwork that went into them. You know, once you bought the album, you opened it up, and you had pages of pictures and cartoons. And take a look at this beautiful label there on Capitol. It's in very good condition. And here's the Beatles at Hollywood Bowl. The Beatles 62 through 66. That covers a lot of material. Now on this revolver, it says Capitol on it, but that's actually on Apple Records. And I love that Apple. Now this guy here, speaking of artwork, John Lennon, Walls and Bridges. And we see John's face in various stages here. Yeah, John. Let's try it again. Yeah, John. Yeah. Now they just don't make that kind of artwork anymore. And John Lennon, the Mind Games. You know, what a fabulous record. This is the new 180-bit technology Onoplastic band. And here's their old original. It's gotta be on Apple. So we're gonna find out here. And sure enough, ooh, a nice looking Apple. Mother, hold on, I found out, Working Class Hero. And the same thing here with John Lennon, the 130-bit, new technology. You don't hear a sound on that new technology. And here's his old originals. I think I got 2 of them in here. Now it's got a very interesting artwork on the label there. George Harrison, Living in the Material World. Paul's album. I love how they open up like that. See those beautiful pictures. Ram. And of course, George Harrison, Cloud 9. Double Fantasy. John's last album. His Milk and Honey album. But you know, I also have the Japanese version of Double Fantasy. Now, you know, I want to take a look at these 45's. I love the old 45's. Here's a tube player. The Apple Records. Hey Jude. Revolution. Battle of John and Yoko. Old Brown Shoe. Instant Karma. Who Has Seen the Wind? Yoko. Cold Turkey. You Know My Name. Look Up My Number. Let It Be. Something. Beautiful song. Let's take a look at these apples. I mean, this is just a real pretty record. There's something about that picture of the apple. And we got a lot of apples here. You know, take a look at the apple right here. It's on mono, Baby It's You. It's got several songs on it. It's a fairly recent release. Another Day. Oh Woman, Oh Why. See those the B-sides had a lot of interesting stuff. Like What You Got is on the B-side of number 9 Dream. Very nice condition. Get Back. Don't Let Me Down. Junior's Farm. Some B-side here. Sally G. It Don't Come Easy, Ringo. B-side, early 1970. Imagine. Look how pretty that apple is there. Lots of Apple records. Uncle Albert. Paul McCartney, B-side, Too Many People. Paperback Writer. That looks clean. One fingerprint, but not too bad there. Rain. Stand By Me. Move over, Mrs. Lennon. Mrs. Hill. I Feel Fine. She's a Woman. Back Off Boogaloo. Blind Man, Ringo. Only You. Mother. Why? Ringo. Oh My My. I'll Cry Instead, the Beatles. I'm Happy Just to Dance with You. Jet. Hey Jude, very familiar album. Revolution on the backside. My Sweet Lord, Billy Preston. Little Girl, Billy Preston. Helen Wheels. Country Dreamer. I love that song. How clean those are. That's a nice, clean version of that. I'll have to listen to that later on my little 45 player over here. Set that one aside. Power to the People. Touch Me. Touch Me. What the heck was that? I don't hear that. Mind Games. Meat City. Band on the Run. Yellow Submarine. Instant Karma. Loud. Who Has Seen the Wind? Yoko. My Sweet Lord. Isn't It a Pity? Look, green apple on both sides. Very unique. Live and Let Die, Paul McCartney. Ooh, very clean. Very, very clean. I Lie Around, Wings. That's what's interesting about these B-sides. You don't see a lot of well-known songs on the B-sides. What Is Life? Apple Scruffs. Isn't It a Pity? Now look at this right here. This comes out under the Beatles. Ooh, took care of that one. It's Baby It's You, I'll Follow the Sun. It's on Apple. Yeah, what else we got going here? Oh, look at this here. Love Me Do on Capitol with a picture on the cover. Please Please Me. on VJ Records. Now the other side of this says Stay, the Four Seasons. It's a misprint, but haven't seen many of these out there. I'm not sure if it's valuable or not, but it's there. From Me to You, VJ Records. Swan, She Loves You. Tolly Records, Love Me Do, and P.S. I Love You. Beatles Capital, this is what they look like in '65. The original Help. And I'm Down. Yesterday, Act Naturally Ringo. Nowhere Man. What Goes On. I'll Get You, which has come together on the backside of that Capitol. Another Capitol 45. Here Comes the Sun. Octopus's Garden. The Inner Light. I love records. And I'm sure there's many more that we could listen to, but thanks for taking a look at the collection, you guys. Have a good one.